What up, fools? This is the Unaverage Fools podcast, the Unaverage podcast.
Or the Unaverage podcast. There's a debate to be had.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Unaverage podcast. This is episode 20. We're doing it with my co-host, Jamie.
Woohoo!
So,
finally.
I know, it's been...
After all this time, we get to look into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
And talk to each other.
Yeah, well, I'm like looking at you like this. I'm like, yeah. The camera's not even getting me when I look at you.
Honestly, I feel exactly the same way whenever I'm sat on that corner. I'm just sort of like tapping your shoulder. Just sort of like rubbing the back of your head. Like, don't worry, baby. I'm still with you. It's all good.
So, yeah, we done 3 podcasts without introducing Jamie, like a formal introduction. But now, this is episode 20, so we're going to learn more about Jamie.
Fun.
So, Jamie.
Oh, are we interviewing me?
We are interviewing you.
Oh my god, that's my
Yes.
favorite subject. Yes. Amazing.
A
Oh,
little
I'm so excited.
attention whore narcissist of a
Oh
comic.
my god, it's really just attention whore. Yeah, which is narcissism.
Yeah. So I know you described it a bit when we were talking to Justin, but
Yes.
so why'd you get into comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you get into comedy?
Yeah.
Was it something when you were doing when you were younger, or was it something now? How'd you get your start?
It's funny. I really thought about my answer that I said to Justin in the moment. Do you ever have that thing when like someone hands you a microphone and you just start reciting like really random shit?
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm just so happy that someone's listening to me, or that someone's like asked me a personal question.
Yeah.
I think I went into some sort of answer about like I was in 6th form, and then that thing you did before university, and then like I could make my teachers laugh, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just make old people laugh, which is obviously like not where I came from whatsoever.
Nothing.
So,
It's
it's a nothing story. It's just nothing. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my god, I'm so sorry you guys had to sit through that. If it makes it like, it was horrible for me to sit through, and I was the one talking. So to revise my answer, I didn't even take 2. Here we go. This is probably going to be even worse. I didn't even realize that sort of like growing up, the only thing I cared about was making jokes.
Yeah.
Truly. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure you maybe felt the same way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like I didn't care about, other kids cared about like being smart. A lot of kids cared about like being productive. Most of them cared about just being successful, whatever it was that they did. I didn't care about any of that. I just cared about, I also really cared about looking cool.
Oh yeah.
And I never did, but I could always like, so that's, I think where my self-deprecating humor comes from, is that I learned that I could be cooler if I could make fun of myself when I wasn't doing something cool, which was all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I became so good at making like fun of myself conversationally is because I would always be trying to do something. Like, I'm that guy that if you throw a football to me and you go like, 2 seconds left on the clock, Jamie, fucking hoof it, I'm kicking it directly at the nearest baby. Like,
yeah.
every single time it's the worst result that could have happened. Nowhere near the goal. Embarrassing. I've hit a pregnant woman or something.
Yeah.
Like, or like the old pensioner's fallen off the wheelchair. Like, so I would always have to try and like make a joke out of those situations.
Yeah.
And then the more and more older I got, the more I realized like, so I also had this throughout my 20s. I sort of like struggled and with like anxiety and thinking that everybody thought that like I was the worst, whilst also at the same time thinking I was the best. Like,
Oh, okay.
which is a Dak Shepard like has this saying that's like, I'm not a lot, but I am all I think about, which absolutely hits home for me.
Yeah.
So my whole 20s, I really wanted to do it and then never did. And then the pandemic hit, 2 years, new country, no friends. Like suddenly I hit 30 as well. And I was like, all of these things came together and I was like, all right, no more fucking about. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And so here we are.
So
Yeah.
when you got here, you had no friends, because when we were at the comedy bar, you had a lot of fucking people around you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I got really lucky. My girlfriend has an amazing set of friends who have all like taken me on.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see, okay. So she already knew people that were here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's from Montreal, but she did her master's in Toronto, has made a few friends here, quite a few friends here. And then since then, like, in terms of, like, the friends that I've made on my own, outside of comedy, I was in a job for a little bit. I've maybe got, like, a handful of friends. But honestly, like, I arrived here in August. I made a handful of friends at work. And then we went into full tilt lockdown in March. I also went away during December back home for Christmas, and then I went away again in September. So like I was here, but I wasn't really for that 6 months before we locked down. And then it was 2 years where like I was indoors I didn't see another face except for my girlfriends for like weeks at a time.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
tough. It was during the pandemic. It was really tough.
It was really, really bad. Yeah.
You have to like relearn how to talk to people.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people would ask me how I was, and I would go into this like, oh well, last week I didn't think I was going to be, and then I just like I was so excited. I could finally talk to people. I was like taking way too much of their time, way too much of their energy. Became best friends with the people at Rabbers. Big up if you work at the Rabbers. It's on the corner of Wellesley and Young and Wellesley. I love you and your rotisserie chickens. It's fucking time. Yeah, so that was it. I had a really, really difficult time during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I sort of go into like robot mode where like I just shut off all of my feelings and I think like I don't need to have feelings. I like whatever, I can do without them. And then realize like 2 years later I was like, oh no, I was miserable the entire time and like I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I think I sort of just came out of that and was like, if this is going to be something that I do, I'm not going to wait for another pandemic or another like I'm not going to turn 40 or even 31. Like I'm doing it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was, when Monica mentioned the coping mechanism
Yes.
she uses for comedy,
Yeah.
I think that's where a big part of even comedy for me comes from. I think comedy in general, like, you know how they say, like,
Yeah.
all the comics are just, like, the fucked up people?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like, I think that's where it comes from. It's just, like, not, like, a lot of people question like, oh, like what is like the point of life, like they kind of like struggle for the meaning. Like I was doing that for years.
Yeah.
That was what this podcast was initially about. It's like,
oh really, it was
how do
more
I
like
find meaning?
philosophical.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was so smart as like a 19-year-old. I was like, damn, like what is the meaning of life? Like, but now I'm just thinking like, as long as like the absurdity of it all. It's just like laughing at the absurdity and just like not really caring because like life's pretty fucking confusing. It sucks. It fucking hurts.
It's fucking tough.
Yeah,
man.
it's the toughest thing we can fucking experience.
It's true.
But like to cope with it, I think the best way to cope with it is through comedy.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And I always find that I would love to know if you're the same with this. If I'm happy, I'm making jokes. If I'm really, really, really happy, I'm making jokes. If I'm really sad, I'm probably making more jokes than if I'm happy.
Yeah.
And then if I'm really, 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 really sad, I won't. But that's literally the only emotion that I could be in where I won't make jokes. Other than like being tired or hungry or bored or in pain or whatever.
Yeah.
But just on the spectrum of being happy or sad, I've realized that like as a coping mechanism, I do it when I'm happy just because I'm happy. I do it so much more when I'm sad. Like I'd say I'm funnier when I'm sad than I am when I'm happy. Which is probably fucked up.
I was thinking of making a set about like existentialism because that was like one big thing that I was going through a couple years back.
Oh really?
Yeah, like what is the point of all this? Like I was actually a big fucking nihilist.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you mean like you in the universe, or do you mean like what's the point of life?
But the latter. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like what's the point of life? Like why am I doing any of this if this is like I'm not getting anything out of this? But it's just like
it's also a very personal question as well.
Yeah, it's just, but like what else?
Mine will be different to yours.
What else can we do? You know, I think like the only way to get out of that is through humor. I was going through that like 6 months ago, not even long ago.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I was getting fucked up over a girl though, so.
Oh no!
I know it's always like shorties, bro.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I'm like, what is the point of fucking
like,
life?
Oh my god! Well, if I can't be with her, then I should explore life in general, everything. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like there's like been I don't want to get too deep into it in the podcast, but
let's do it.
Yeah. But there's like some traumatic shit that was like happening in my family.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
Like
at some points like the cops had to come to my crib.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like the only way for me to cope would be through humor.
Right.
So like for example, there's like 3 cop cars outside my house, and then I was like, my brother and I were like, okay, let's go to the gym. Like, let's like just cool the fuck out. Let's go to the gym. And then on the way out, we're playing like Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Because I'm like,
what you gonna do? Go to the gym.
Yeah, like the only thing we could do is just laugh. Because like it's life is fucking hard. Have you seen that? Have you watched Louie at all?
Louie C.K.
Like he has a show called Louie.
Oh my god, I've definitely seen clips from it. I can't remember if I've watched episodes of it.
Yeah.
No, I have. Yeah, because somebody showed me.
Have you seen the one with Doug Stanhope?
No, I've only watched 1 or 2 of them. I watched one where he was talking to a transgendered person.
Okay.
And it brought up some and it was like he has a one-night stand with this person, Anyway, it was very, very interesting. Not what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah.
Doug Stanhope, he has this clip from Louie.
Yeah.
Where he's talking to Louie. Yeah, he's talking to Louie about he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this set
Yeah.
at this place, and then after I'm gonna like take these pills and just like, and you're just gonna end it." And he's like, "What do you mean you're gonna end it?"
I'm
And
gonna do
he's
my
just
set first and then end it.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's just like, "Bro, I got nothing going for me." Like,
these poor
but like,
bastards.
yeah, it's just like, but the whole point of the show is to show the action. I don't know if it's based on his life,
Okay.
but it's definitely based on like him doing comedy.
Yeah.
So like that was a comic. Doug Stanhope, like he was talking about like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fucking end it." Norm Macdonald too. I think he's contemplated. I don't know if he contemplated suicide, but he talked about death in the last special. Paul, we were talking about it with Paul.
Definitely.
And
I mean, with everyone, all the way through to like Robin Williams.
yeah,
and
so
Jim Carrey. Right?
So that was the thing. Doug Stanhope, when he had that clip, I'll show you the clip after the podcast. But
yeah.
Robin Williams reached out to him. And it was just
really?
like just the clip, like just watching the clip. He was like, this had a huge impact on like just my life in general. Because that's why a lot of people get into it. Robin Williams, like that's why Jim Carrey, he got into it. He got into comedy because I think he was living in a car,
Right.
and then his mom was depressed, and he just wanted to make his mom laugh. He created a whole career out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love Jim Carrey.
Oh, he's the best.
Yo.
The Mask.
Oh, The Mask. Liar, Liar for me is like.
Which one?
Liar,
Liar. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is just classic. The pen is blue. The pen is blue. Oh my god.
In The Mask, he goes to Coco Bongo. I don't know
Yes.
they have an actual Coco Bongo.
Oh really?
It's real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I went to Coco Bongo like a couple years back.
Yeah.
And then it was like so it was like the best nightclub I've ever been to, like in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I don't club see, I've been to a lot of Toronto clubs. I've been clubbing in Ibiza, I've been clubbing in Italy.
Amazing.
But Coco Bongo was fucking next level.
Whoa.
Like there was essentially it was like a crowd.
Yeah.
Like a regular club, blah blah blah. Then there was a stage, and then there was like an upper stage. And then they're fucking performing they're doing Pirates of the Caribbean. They're doing The Mask at one point.
Wow.
They're fucking doing Kiss. They're doing
Yeah.
Queen. Like it was just performances after performances.
Incredible.
Yeah, in Coco Bongo. It was pretty cool.
I really, really want to see that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I can still remember that scene with like him and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Oh my god.
They would get girls from the stage.
Oh, just to do
from
that dance?
the crowd, and then do the dance. And
Incredible.
then what they do? They would put the girls like in front of like just on top of like a ventilation thing.
Oh, these
like in Marilyn Monroe them.
Oh my god.
It's different in Mexico though. I think here you get canceled.
I was gonna say like talk about something that isn't illegal but feels illegal.
Yeah.
Right. It's super super unethical, but it's cool.
Yeah, I think the Mexico culture is just different in general.
100%.
I was talking to on my traveling tours. I was with a Mexican girl.
Okay.
And then she was talking about how like, oh, the culture is just different here. I think we were talking about clubbing because we were mentioning Coco Bongo. Like she said how in Mexico like they would just like put like a shot in your boobs and then just like take this right now. If you do that here, you will actually get fucking canceled. You
wouldn't get canceled. You get sent to jail.
Yeah.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Do you club at all in Toronto? Like is that your niche?
Yeah, like I wouldn't say I go out all the time. I'm now like working at this nightclub at the moment, so I definitely get my fill.
You're in like the industry,
yeah,
right?
man. I have to admit, like I've always loved clubbing. My favorite type of music is like the sort of like dancing, electronic, EDM sort of like music. Oh yeah.
Do you go to those festivals like what I'm talking about, like the Wonderland festival? It's not Wonderland. It's called something. You know what I'm talking about? Tomorrowland. Yeah.
I've tried to go to Tomorrowland 2 or 3 times, but the tickets sell out like that.
Oh, do they?
And I always try and get my mates, and like trying to organize 8 of us, especially is like
it's tough.
It's annoying. Yeah, I think I need to get to a point where I'm financially stable enough. I mean, first of all, financially stable enough that I can buy a packet of like chips without dying. Crisps for everyone listening back. I'm so sorry that I said chips. It's like, he won't understand unless I say chips. I know I meant crisps. Yeah, people back home will be very upset that I didn't say crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever get to a point where I can like buy like 10 tickets and then just hand them out to people and be like, if you can come, I've already got a ticket. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no, I'm desperate to go to Tomorrowland. That would be incredible.
Yeah, but you're into the EDM. You're into like that whole like.
I say EDM, but I'm way more like like Calvin Harris and Tiesto. They're sort of like, that's not, you don't.
I actually don't.
No way.
Sing me one of the songs.
Oh my god!
Maybe I might know.
Like Calvin Harris has done. You would recognize Calvin Harris. Like he's done like every song.
Like,
oh my god. He said like, then sing one of them.
it's
Oh
like finish the lyric. I'm like Wayne Brady.
fuck! I know. What was the one he did with Eddie Goulding that was like? She always whispers. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I can't remember a single Calvin Harris song.
But he's been in every single song.
I promise you, he's a big like DJ.
Yeah.
Like what about like Alesso? Have you heard
Dakara,
of
Alesso Dakara?
No.
The girl from Ramson.
Who is that? Oh my god, that sounds like a historical figure.
It's like,
Wait, what music do you listen to?
I listen to rap.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Mac Miller. Mac
Yes.
Miller and Kanye is my favorite.
Okay.
I'm listening right now. I just heard about Common Sense. I don't know
Common
if you...
Sense. No, I
I don't
haven't.
know.
Heard of Common, but not Common
Oh,
Sense.
okay. It might be Common.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Common. Yeah,
He has
he's
a-
also an actor. He's done like a whole
Does
bunch
it?
of...
Is he?
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't...
yeah. He was in Smoke. See, listen to me reel off all of these fucking film names that I've seen this one rapper be in, but not any of the Calvin Harris songs. Like, 3 of his albums. Yeah, he was in Smoking Aces. He's in a few comedies as well. Actually,
Is he?
Yeah, he's in Hotel Artemis.
Okay, no, I don't know that one.
He's in a lot of just straight up action movies. He's got one of those voices, one of those demeanors. Like he looks like really tough.
Oh, okay.
But he's actually like a beautiful soul, I think.
Is it like? Do you know his album B? B-E?
No.
That's the one I'm listening. Let's see if we're even talking about the same person.
Okay.
This is the album I've been rocking. You know this guy? Is this not Common Sense? Or Common?
That's Common.
Yeah. This
yeah.
album I've been listening to like nonstop for the past week.
Oh,
But yeah,
right.
Mac Miller,
Mac Miller, R.I.P.
Common, Kanye West. They're like probably my top 3.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and then I also listen to a lot of indie.
Okay.
Do you listen to indie at all?
Describe in. Well, tell me who you listen to that's indie.
Mac
'cause
DeMarco,
no, in that case I don't.
Rex Orange County,
No.
Tame Impala.
Oh no.
No?
I'm like, how many
Arctic
strobe lights are at
Monkeys?
these festivals? Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Huge fan of the Arctic
Yeah,
Monkeys.
that'd be like the closest. That's like indie rock more.
They are. They're very like they were so successful, especially in the UK as well. Like,
Were they? I
Oh
didn't know
my
that.
god, yeah. So they're from. Anyone from the UK is gonna kill me because I'm just gonna get this wrong. They're from like Leeds or Manchester or like northern area. They absolutely dominated the UK when they first came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really.
Were they? Wait, did they start in the UK? I don't know like their
Oh, yeah.
history. Yeah.
Yeah. So they started in the UK and then they went over to America and then just killed it. And then they've been like everywhere ever since. But it's kind of the same as like they came out around the same time as like Razorlight, The Killers. I think My Chemical Romance was around back then, but that's a different sort of genre of music in itself. I don't know if you know any of those either.
No.
Okay.
Not a lot of similar music taste. So.
No, nowhere. But I tell you what, one thing we can bond over. What do you think about modern day Kanye? Is he crazy or is he a genius? What do we think?
I think he's a genius.
I think he's a
Me
genius.
personally.
Yeah.
I think like.
I think someone should be watching him 24/7.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if I watched it or I might have watched a YouTube video about it. But it was. Oh, what was the one song? It was part of the Red album. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Which song was it?
He's like. It's like at the end. It's like.
Wait, Red album?
Yeah, it's like Red. Fuck, I don't remember the.
I was
name
gonna say because that's a Taylor Swift album, which is ironic that we're thinking.
No, it's like
Kanye.
literal. They called her Red.
Okay.
No, it's not that one. Runaway. Yeah, it is Runaway.
Okay.
I don't want to play any of it right now.
No.
Okay, actually, no. I'll mute this part out.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah.
So, right here? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it first. Because I'm muting this part. Okay.
Yeah, so good.
So, that last part. So,
Yeah.
essentially, the whole song is like him singing. I forgot the whole concept behind it.
Okay.
I think it was like his thing with Fame.
Yes.
But the whole the end where like you can't really hear it, it's like no. Someone like made this analogy about how like he he can't, like, nobody really understands him.
Right.
But the way he best articulates himself is through music.
Yes.
So then he used that as a symbol, like, he's playing the song, but, like, he purposely distorted his voice because no one can understand him. Right. You know what do you get what I mean, kind of? Yeah.
Like, it's almost like a metaphor within the music. To be I'm trying to speak to people and they're not picking up on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They, for whatever reason, can't, like, hear what I'm putting down almost.
Yeah, I think with him, like, I think he is a genius, like, the way he kind of, like, just views life and just articulates himself. You know, like, it's a lot of the stuff, like, you know, like, that guy, like, I didn't watch the whole Kanye West Netflix series. You know which one I'm talking about?
I have seen it. Sorry, I know what one it is.
I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but it's just the whole come up story of, like, you know, like, following your dreams, like, doing what you want.
It's incredible.
You know, that's because that's like the way to do it. You know what I mean?
You gotta really hand it to him. Yeah. He's amazing. Like, and I love all the different Kanye stories that come out as well. Like, have you heard Jamie Foxx's about him?
No.
So, like, Jamie Foxx has these, like, incredible house parties. He also, like, that's how Ed Sheeran got discovered.
Oh, is it?
At Jamie Foxx's party.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, he has these parties where he basically does an open mic. And he says, like, anybody can go up on stage, but he invites these people who he's heard are good. So he gets Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's, like, been, you know, and it's like, he always describes the story as, like, usually he tries to promote very, like, black music, sort of, like, more of his own sort of culture or subculture rather than just the general culture of music. Like, it's not really country artists, it's more like hip hop, that sort of stuff. So he gets Kanye, and Kanye's like, no, I don't want to do a set. I want to go to the studio. I want to record something right now, and then maybe you can, like, play it later. And he's like, okay, weird request. They go down, it's like him and all of his friends, and, like, Kanye is, like, acting like he's the most famous person in the room and no one knows who he is. And he's like, I'm in this room with, like, Marvin Gaye, and I've got Jamie Foxx, and I've got, like, I think, like, Martin Lawrence, like, these incredibly famous people are all in this room. And then like, Kanye records, like, 15 seconds and is really feeling it. And then he, like, starts rapping over the top, and people are like, holy shit, this is good. And one guy tries to compliment him and is like, this is good. And he's like, I know it's good. I'm fucking Kanye. I'm the best. Yeah.
I think that just, like, what is it, unbridled? Like, that, just, like, that overall confidence.
Yeah.
You just need to have that within yourself.
That absolutely is.
If you have any sort of self-doubt, like, you're already lost.
Yeah.
If you say to yourself, like, what if it doesn't work out? You're already lost.
You've already lost.
Yeah, because, like, you're doubting yourself. Like, you're not...
You need to approach it almost like
Kanye.
Yeah, like a psychopath would approach it. To be like, there is no way on God's green earth that I'm not going to be incredibly successful.
There's this thing that I read a while back. It was like, no, I lied. It was like a TikTok video I watched. I was acting like I read. No, I don't read, guys. I'm sorry.
I was reading this article in the New Yorker. It was really interesting.
He was talking about how, like, the new flex right now is to just have, like, just overall just, like, naive optimism about your life.
Yes.
You know, just, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it because fuck it. Like, I have friends who are just like, oh, but they call themselves realists. I'm like, you're not a realist. That's a pessimist. Because what if it does work out? Like, who fucking knows if it works out?
It's true.
Know?
Yeah.
Like, so in high school, I was, like, overly, you know, Gary Vee?
No.
Oh, he's like this motivational speaker, dude. I'm like, guys.
Oh my god, sorry, I do.
Oh yeah, do you? Okay. He's like, yo guys, like, he speaks like really high. Yeah. There's this guy in Toronto called Neemnas.
Okay.
If we can get him on this bitch, that would be fucking insane.
Whoa, is he a motivational speaker as well?
No, he's a comic.
Okay.
He's a comic, and so he's known for these Gary Vee impressions.
Oh,
he's like,
okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? And like, he does it. I can't fucking do it, but, like, he does it. Yeah. And then Gary Vee invited him to open his VCon.
Oh, amazing.
Isn't that fucking insane? Like, you're inviting your own impersonator to your fucking conference. I don't know. That's crazy. But anyways, the whole thing that I'm trying to say is, before in high school, I was like, oh, motivate. Yeah, guys, follow your dreams. Fuck college. Fuck university. Just do what you want.
Do what the fuck you want.
And I'm not doing what I want.
Happy, man. Yeah.
But, like, now that it's been a couple years since high school.
Right.
It's just like...
It's been a couple years since high school?
It's been a couple years.
Wait, hold up.
What?
When does high school end?
Like, what do you mean? When does it end? 4 years?
Oh my
So
god,
4
sorry.
years.
I thought you meant within the present right now, you have been 2 years out of... I thought you were just telling me you're like 18.
Oh,
19.
no. I've been like
I'm
a
so
couple years
sorry.
out of high school. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted your story. I thought you said I am a couple of years out of high school. I was about to have a nervous fucking breakdown.
So, a couple years out of high school.
Okay.
I'm still doing like the following your dreams, blah blah blah. I'm not
Yeah.
as like in your face about it.
Yeah.
But it's still a true value, I believe, because like what else, like the alternative, I was gonna say this with Monica, but the alternative is like, it's just like, what suffering would you want to, like, what poison do you want to pick? You know, no matter what, you're gonna be poisoned.
Right.
Just what poison? Like the poison of like working somewhere where you don't want to, or the poison of like doing what you want.
The lesser of evils, right?
Yeah,
like
because...
life is tough. You're gonna pick something that's stressful. You might as well do something that's worth the stress.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean that's basically what you were saying as well, right? Like what kind of suffering can you go through?
Yeah.
So
how did you make that decision, or like what was going through your mind when you made that decision to leave your architecture job? Because that was the other poison.
It was, yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm honestly, like, I'm still torn about it. It's one of those things.
Oh, are you? Like, you still kind of like...
Yeah, like, I know that what I'm doing makes me happier than what I was doing. Yeah. At least. So, I'm always at the very base center of the decision. I know that I've made that part of it correctly. Because we're talking about, like, you know, if we're talking about life philosophies, I've also done some ruminating on the subject, but I didn't do a lot. I just came up with a pretty simple answer for myself, which was just try and be as happy as possible for as long as possible.
Okay.
And like that obviously doesn't work out most of the time. It's hilarious that is my motto, because I'm particularly bad at it. My real life motto should be as miserable as possible for as long as possible, because I'm really good at that. So yeah, I was sort of coming up on the end of a visa. I had like this extended stay that I could like push it through and whatever else, and then I just sort of thought like, well, I mean, it was during the pandemic as well. It wasn't really making me happy. And I just sort of thought like, I have always loved TV and film in every respect. Like that is one of my true passions. I love watching TV and film. I love researching it, knowing everything about it. Like I'm one of those guys that like, I'll watch a film and as I'm watching it, I'm researching like things about it, and then I'll turn around to the person next to me and be like, did you know that he had COVID the entire time he was filming? That's why no one else is in the frame with him. They had to film all of his shots separately, and like no one else cares, but I think that's the most interesting thing ever. So I quit the job, which was a big decision at the time, but I was really like 2 years out of a pandemic and turning 30, and just like generally not being in a good place kind of forces you to make big life decisions. Yeah. So I made a big life decision that like I was finally going to... I also like all the way through my 20s really struggled with the idea of like I thought that I actually hated how much I loved TV and film, because I thought that it meant that I was lazy. I thought that my favorite thing to do was watching TV.
Oh, I see.
Therefore, I must be a lazy asshole who like just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't really until I moved, or I was about to move to Toronto, that I kind of finally discovered that like, no, it's okay. Like you love film and TV, just fucking chill out. It's all right.
I think the people who do film and TV are like one of the hardest working people.
Hardest work, like longest days.
They work 12 to 14 hour days.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking insane.
I know, yeah. So I think I was sort of, 30 minutes. I think I was just sort of thinking about that and being like, am I a lazy arsehole? Am I even allowed to like this? I also came straight out of university and was like, I really just need as much money as possible. So I picked a job that had like a lot of good benefits, a lot of like career progression, and I was doing pretty well. And then so walking away from that was quite difficult, because I obviously worked towards it for a really long time. And it's not to say that I've walked away from it completely. Yeah, I could go back to it. But I really want to try and pursue something that's going to make me as happy as possible for as long as possible.
That's the best way to do it. So is there, do you think there's going to be like a turning point? Like, hey, if I don't get it by this, then I want to go back. Is there anything like that with you? Like,
definitely.
The April thing.
April. Yeah. So I managed to get a break on my student loans until April next year. Sexy. So I will be basically pursuing everything until then.
Yeah.
So the comedy thing is really more of a hobby at the moment. Like, I'm kind of the same as Monica. If it ends up becoming a thing where like every now and again I get paid, sweet.
Yeah.
And then after that, like 5 years from now, when I can I'm at that journey where I'm like, oh, I can actually do this and get paid, but I'd probably take a huge pay cut, whatever. I'll approach that decision when I get to it. If I ever get to it, I'm really just enjoying it as a hobby. But yeah, I really want to sort of like pursue the film and TV, and it's terrifying because I've never done it before, right?
Yeah.
Until you've actually done it, how do you know you're gonna like it?
I don't know. Like,
I don't know either, man. It's fucking terrifying.
You do it, and then after a while, if you're just like, fuck this, and you just leave.
Fuck, man. I'm this close to becoming a butler in the buff. I swear to God. I'm just gonna take my top off and rub my nipples for a living. That's it. Yeah.
I was Jamie knows this story already, but because I do a bit of film, TV modeling.
That's right.
I don't do a lot. Like, I wouldn't even put that as like one of my main things.
Yeah. Capital letters, modeling.
One of the auditions I had to do was I had to bark like a dog. So,
oh my God, I love this story. Yes. So there are pictures that follow it. Is there any way you can edit the picture to be in the little like?
I'll just show the video. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Please, yeah.
Remember how earlier I was saying you just gotta be cringe?
Yes.
Fuck it. I'll just be cringe.
You gotta do what you gotta do shamelessly.
So
that goes for all of you out there asking for a promotion or asking for more money as well. I'm a full believer in this. Ask shamelessly, man. Fuck him.
So basically, I had this audition to do. It was for a real estate commercial. It was like good dog versus bad dog, or like it's a dog eat dog world. That was like the whole concept behind it. So it's a dog.
I was really struggling with the concept, but a dog eat dog world I can get into.
Yeah. So there's like a good dog and a bad dog. I was supposed to be the bad dog. Like, they told me, "Do you have a leather jacket?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Which dog is eating which?
Yeah. I'm like, the leather jacket would really sell it, you know. And then I'm a bad dog.
Wow.
And then there was like a good dog. Not the good dog. There was like a pretty dog. Like, it was a female dog.
Did it feel as sketchy as it sounds?
No, like they said, I was part of the email chain still, and they sent me pictures, and I was like, okay, this looks fucking weird, but I fuck with it, whatever. Like, it's not that. Just the whole TV and film commercial world is just weird.
Yes.
So sorry that I'm not looking at you in the eyes. I need to find this video.
No, you're all good. I get to look at the camera and say my 5-minute set.
So yeah, basically, I auditioned for it, but at the time I was working for another real estate company. So then after, when I was doing that, there was like a conflict of interest. They said in the contract, you're not allowed to work for any other real estate company. And I was like, that's fine. But I'm like, but they knew I modeled. So I was like, so is that allowed? But then I'd be working for another real estate company. And I was just scared that at one point they were going to find their competitor. Yeah. They're going to be like, Joseph, what the hell is this? And then they bring me into the office, and then it's just like me barking.
Joseph, can I have a word, Joseph?
Yeah, I know, right? And then me barking like a fucking dog. Like, that would have been the most fucking embarrassing thing.
I mean, yes.
Oh, where is it, yo?
I'm sorry, I'm just an actor.
Yeah, here. I have it on my actual laptop.
Oh my God, it cracks me up. I love it.
Oh, this is embarrassing, though.
Yeah. You gotta go through some embarrassing shit. I did an audition for QVC, the shopping channel, recently, which was...
Oh, did you?
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I deleted those videos so quickly. It was unreal. I had a little stand. I was selling random things around my house. And like the trick with QVC is that you don't basically leave any pauses, which is what I'm doing right now. As you're talking, but you have to have like a really high voice, and you're like, oh my God, Stephanie, I just love the way that it looks, the classic square and the glossy design.
Oh shit,
God,
eh?
it's beautiful.
Wait, how'd you find that gig?
I found it on a website called Casting Networks.
Oh, okay.
Which really is just like the everything of casting. Like they cast for people who are having children's birthday parties and they need someone to come dressed up as Spider-Man. I kid you not. That was one of the jobs.
See. Yeah.
But then they also post for like QVC is looking for a new host. So send your auditions and we'll take 10% kind of thing.
You know, I don't know if it's ET.
Yeah.
But it might be ET.
ET's in Fallenhelm or Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment Tonight.
Okay, that would make
I think
way
they're looking
more
for a
sense in the
host.
context.
They're looking for a host.
You're kidding.
If you want to, bro, I saw it. I was gonna
Yeah.
audition, but then after I was like, I don't give a fuck about pop culture. Really?
Oh my god, that's all I care about.
Okay, yo, bro.
Yeah.
I'll literally show you right after this.
Incredible. I'm
Okay.
sure you have to have way more experience than just Jamie, who's done 3 podcasts now.
No,
but-
say you're a host.
Oh yeah.
Bro, tell him you're a host.
I will.
I'll-
You saw me getting out waters for everyone. I'm a fucking host. I host people all
I'll
the
post
time.
these videos so then you can be like, oh, here's the link. I'm a host.
Incredible. Thank you so much.
No,
Yeah, that would be
I actually
amazing.
found the video.
Oh yes. Okay, show me this fucking barking.
Okay,
video, man.
I'll put it like on screen.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
shit was mad cringe, bro.
That shit cracks me up.
Hello, my name is Joseph Pedrosa.
Yeah. Anyways. Look. Oh my god! I was waiting my.
Oh, it's so cute. Just look at you playing with your dog, though. That's cute.
Yeah. So they. Yeah, my dog does this weird thing. He like humps the ground when he gets excited.
You didn't start doing it as well. He's like, I'm gonna follow his lead. Yeah. Oh my god, it's a dick.
Yeah, I do a lot of. Yeah, I was scared they were gonna be like, Joe, like, what the fuck is this? And then it's just me barking like a dog. I'm like, this is like the most embarrassed way to get fired. So
Oh
I
my
got,
god, yeah.
I got too much into my head, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not filming this.
Oh, really? So you had it?
I
You
filmed it.
left
No,
it?
I filmed
Oh,
it,
you
and
did
then they
film it?
accepted me, and then
Okay.
I made some bullshit excuse. You know.
And then you got out.
Yeah. Another audition I had actually was, it was for this company. Actually, I don't know if I should say the company, but it's for a lingerie company.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the gig was like, improv. It was like sell something. So I had like my camera. I know I had
Okay.
like this camera cup lens. So I was like selling it. Blah 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 blah. So I was talking about that, right?
Yes.
And then after, they're like, oh, we accepted you. We're gonna start your shoot. Here's the date. So I come in, and then initially the whole concept was like, I want you to sell these lingerie. It's like, sell me this fen. It was like,
Oh my
sell
God.
me. They got me on camera. They're like, sell me this lingerie. Let's just talk off the top of your head. I was like,
Sorry. Women's lingerie.
yeah.
You're selling women's lingerie.
Yeah, okay. The whole concept of it was like I was like a boyfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, but I kind of fucked up because like I didn't have a girlfriend at the time, but
Right.
I applied with my friend like a day before. I'm like, oh, me and my girlfriend are gonna apply together. Here's our audition tape. So we did it, but then in it it was just like the girl has to wear lingerie, and then my friend wasn't down, and then I was like, okay, I'll just go. And then they did another ad. They're just like, we're just looking for the guys talking about it. So I was like making some like I was like lying my ass off.
Yeah, the
Because I
entire
was just
time to be like, my girlfriend loves
yeah,
this
I was like, oh, my
lingerie.
girlfriend looks sexy as fuck. And this it's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe, bro.
Oh my god.
I was dreading the day where they fucking released it. They never did.
I was
That's the thing.
wondering because like, what's the marketing? They're trying to entice guys to buy lingerie for their girlfriends.
It was for
Is that-
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
I looked
that
on their
makes so
Valentine's
much more
Day.
sense. I was like, what woman would listen to a dude describing lingerie? Yeah, to be like, I personally found them very comfortable.
Yeah, I was just fucking. I was cracking them up when I was just talking because I was just talking out my ass, but I made it funny. But yeah, they didn't end up posting it, and I
way.
I was scared. Now, what day is it today? It's fucking June 7th.
Yeah.
I just did a shoot like 2 months ago for a beer brand.
Yes.
And then now people are getting me on their fucking ads. It's called Moosehead Randler. I'll put the photo right here.
It's good. It's a good looking ad.
Bro, we took so many fucking photos that day.
Yeah.
Like, we took mad photos.
I can't believe the one that they chose for you. I mean, it's fun. Like, everyone's in a different pose kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Joe is basically in the Hulk pose. Like, you won't like me when you're angry pose.
They didn't even tell me to pose that too. They just told me to pose normal, and they're like,
And that
"Okay,
was
just-"
your
they're
that
like,
was your
they're-
immediate, yeah. You're
No,
like, this
they're-
is normal for me.
They're like, just go
like I'm double punching my own dick.
They're like, just go crazy now, and I was just like, hey, what do you want me to do? And then I brought up like workout poses just to fuck with them. I was like, should I do a workout pose like this or like this?
Of course you were. You were
And then
doing
they're just
press
like-
ups in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, they saw me doing push-ups right before. They're like, yo, this guy's a douche, bro. Let's get him do a workout.
Were you actually doing press ups
No, I'm not-
beforehand as well?
That'd
Oh,
be too
fuck.
much. I actually did that for a shoot though.
Oh my god, I do that all the time. Yeah,
Dude, 'cause
I'm
they're
not
just
ashamed
like-
to say whenever I go to the beach, I do press ups before you see me. Yeah.
There was like this other shoot. It was like my second shoot. It was like I was playing athletic male. I never saw the shoot. Like I never saw
okay.
it posted. It was for this
Yeah.
hand sanitizer company, and it was talking about, oh yeah, like I'm athletic male. I had no script.
Okay.
It was just like athletic male running, and then I was just like, yo, do you guys... It's like the most douchiest thing. I was like, yo, guys, I got a dumbbell in my car. You want me to get a quick pump before we shoot? They're like, yeah, do your thing. So then, as they're setting up, I'm like, ugh.
Oh my god, incredible.
I think it's a little bit douchey. But,
oh my god.
I'm not proud of those moments. But...
No, I completely respect that you got a little pump in before the thing. The fact that you had a dumbbell in the car, waiting and raring to go.
It's because I was
Maybe we can talk about that.
I was at a shoot the week before for a boxing shoot, and then they're just like, bring all your equipment. So then I brought boxing gloves, I brought my wraps, I was like, maybe they need a dumbbell. That was the first ever shoot I did.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That one I didn't get paid for, but that shoot gets me all my other shoots because nobody sends me fucking pictures at all except
weird.
them. Like it's called TFP.
Okay.
Time for print. So it's just like the shoot's free.
Yeah.
But you get the photos at the end.
Ah, okay.
Every other shoot I had after that, I had to pay for. I mean, no, I didn't have to pay for it. They paid me. But they never send me photos.
But they never give you the stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
It's funny, I did a TD commercial. And
you found this on Casting Notebook?
No, actually, my friend sent it to me, and she used to be a agent. So she's now moved on. She's now like fully into the production world. She's a producer instead.
Oh, word.
But she sent it to me, and I was on holiday in Tulum at the time in Mexico. And this was in March, and she was like, you should do it. And I was literally I'm not kidding, I was literally 1 foot out the door, about to leave. I had my Wi-Fi on, I was like, fuck, okay, I should just film this audition. Apparently it'll only take 2 minutes. So I do it, I have to spin round in a chair as if I'm really happy about being back at the office. I'm kind of drunk, and I'm late for a reservation.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't believe it, first audition, would you believe it? I get it. It's like winning the first bet at a casino and becoming a gambling addict. That's essentially what happened to me. I've been chasing the rush of that ever since because like, this is so fucking easy. Oh my god!
Did you end up seeing it?
Yeah, I recently got sent it. Yeah.
Did you? Can I see it?
Yeah. Let me have a look. I'm only in it every now and again because I was like background talent.
It wasn't principal, eh?
Well, it is because like I'm still in it, just me a few times. But like in terms of principal, so what? Another thing I was gonna say, you know how like you haven't got your photos or anything?
Yeah.
I've got this video. I'm not allowed to share it with anyone.
Okay, so you're just gonna show me?
So I can show you, but I can't like do anything.
We'll mute this part too.
You could probably listen to it, but you.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think so because it's mostly just like music over the top or whatever. Let me see if I can.
We'll mute it just in case, because of copyright.
Right.
Like the music's copyrighted. Or just cut it. Fuck you. I don't want you guys to watch just like a fucking muted part.
Yeah.
Let's just see our reactions.
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's so like over the top. I'm like.
I'm like nervous and shit. Like what?
Yeah. You're like biting your nails. Like the nails are coming. I'll put like the sound effects, like the bones clacking together.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was actually thinking like, wouldn't it be funny if I said like, oh, thanks so much for listening. Here's a bone crack to end with. And I just celebration. So I can't remember which ones I'm in and which ones I'm not. But for an example, this is one.
Oh, what the fuck? Wait, is this YouTube? What is this?
It's on Vimeo, so it was like an internal.
Oh, I see you. Oh yeah.
You look like the back of my head?
The average office worker. Like, you got me.
That's me. That scene was kind of tough actually. It was my first.
Oh yeah.
First ever thing. Yeah. So I got there. The director's like really great. He's really like animatic. He says, "Okay, so first scene we're gonna do. We've got the lead talent, your background talent." So I was like, cool, I'm Jamie. His name is Joe. And then he is basically, so the premise is he's going to come in and he's a guy who like is like a practical joker. And it's been 2 years since he's been in the office, and TD is really trying to entice people to come back to the office.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Nobody wants to.
Nobody fucking wants to. Even we, who had an entire office to ourselves and being paid to be actors, didn't really want to be in the office.
Yeah,
anymore.
right?
So then we get there. This is the premise. This guy's going to be playing jokes on you all day. You have to react as if, like, first of all, you love it and you love him, which is a completely unnatural reaction. Because who at 8 a.m. in the morning sipping their first cup? Like, I literally had a streamer blown into my face as I'm taking a sip of coffee, and I had to like pretend that I was really, really happy about it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of difficult. There was one bit where like he jumps up and he goes like woo, with one of these like party, the little things that, like,
the little things. Yeah.
Like, so he does that, and I have to like act shocked and be like, oh my god, you got me.
Do it right now.
Oh my god, yeah. So okay, we'll do it on like three. Oh no, okay, you just go.
You look like
Oh my god. Don't I look fucking dumb?
bro. You look like a Sims character, bro.
Yeah, being like, "Oh." So like the entire time I just like couldn't get it because I was like, I don't understand. First of all, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, dude, that's acting. We hired you as an actor. I was like, right. You mean you want me to pretend?
Yeah.
And I was really, really bad. So I got a little bit more into it. The more the day went on, we finally got a passable take that then worked.
Oh, so how many takes was that?
So it took about 6 or 7, which is embarrassing because the entire team is watching me and every single person has got it in the first take.
Oh, really?
All day.
Okay, how long was 6, 7 takes? Like an hour, 2 hours, like 30 minutes?
No, we're talking like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay,
'Cause
that's not bad.
Each clip is like 10
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, it's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really quick, but like what was really bad was like he was like, no, like you're shocked, and just kept saying like the same thing over and over, and I was like, yeah, no, that's what I was doing. He was like, right, no, but like do it better. But this time, don't do it bad, do it good.
Oh, that's such like bad direct. I don't know if that's bad
No,
directing.
to be fair, he was very good. So like there was one point where like I threw. So the way I got away with it is I threw my head back, I threw my pen up in the air, and then I throw my arms up. So physically I look shocked, but you're not looking at my face, which is probably just fucking stoic the entire time. Like, I'm acting like a Sims character. Yeah. I was like, can someone just actually scare me or something?
Yeah.
Like someone just come up and shove a pencil up my
Just
butt.
like hire like a fucking clown or something.
Yeah, something. Just like someone pull a gun, like right at the last minute. Just like, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker down. Fuck this motherfucker. Then you get real tears.
They're like, well, we got it, guys.
Yeah. I'm like a fucking nervous wreck in the corner.
You're like crying and shit.
Yeah. Congratulations, here's a check. I'm like, oh my god. But it was so much fun. I loved the day. I loved oh my god, I wonder if it was so funny. So I did that scene and then I did another scene, but then the next scene I had my back to the camera and I was the only one who did, and I always felt weird. I felt weird about that, and I was like,
Was it like him hailing you up? I think I saw it, or was that not in it?
No, so you know how I said like there was one where you had to do like, and it was a party popper.
Okay, yeah.
So I did that. And I had to like act shocked, and that one I felt like good because there was actually like there's streamers that makes a big bang, and then you've got a bunch of streamers in your face.
Okay, yeah.
So you can
saw
act
that
very
one,
naturally because like it is, even though you know it's coming, it's shocking to have that much shit just like fly at you.
Yeah.
As you're trying to drink a hot cup of coffee. But anyway, I had my back to the camera, so I'm like, oh god, I'm crushing this. And then the next one they made me work from home. So there was like a conga line, and everyone's like supposed to be like, "Oh, we're gonna go and get a cup of coffee." Who's excited? And then everyone like slowly gets up and joins them, and all that sort of stuff. And then I had to be the guy who was dancing on the laptop, and someone was like carrying me on the laptop, and it was just like my consciousness had been like taken out of my body and put into a laptop, and was like, you're like a third of a person now. Yeah.
Wait, so were they filming like your laptop?
They were literally, so like I had a big green screen behind me, and then they were just filming me.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that was bad as well because they were like, no, you need to act like happy. And I was like, I am happy. And they're like, no, happy like a conga line happy. And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't, what does that mean? Like, how does my face change from being happy to conga line? But
yeah.
I would really love, I think I said earlier, like my dream job would be to be Phyllis in The Office. I don't want to cry.
Phyllis, that's the girl across from...
across from Dwight.
Like
Dwight,
on the back of Dwight.
Yes, Dwight and Phyllis have their backs to each other.
Yeah.
Yes, that is who I would want to be, or a Stanley, or a Creed.
You don't want many lines. You don't want...
I want enough lines that people think I'm funny. I want to be in something funny. I don't necessarily think I'm skilled or good enough to do like, crying, shocked. Like, I could probably do like angry.
You don't think you can cry on cue? Or
I
like
don't
act
know.
sad on
I mean,
cue?
honestly, like if you're paying me like someone gets paid from The Office, I'll fucking cry.
Sorry, also... Dude,
sorry, I gotta
you
stop.
shouldn't touch it.
I gotta stop adjusting
it's
this.
gonna
you don't
like...
want me to play
I don't know if it'll
around
mess
with
up the audio. But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, I just like, I don't know if I'm destined to be like the lead. If you know what I mean. Like I don't have any illusions of grandeur that I'm going to become the Michael Scott. But I do think I could become a Phyllis. and I would
I
like
think you're
to.
like selling yourself short.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
think
that.
you
I
can-
promise I'm not hunting for compliments. Like I would genuinely love that job.
Bro, we could
Yeah.
if you like really want to do that. Like, we
Yeah.
could shoot skits in the winter time.
I'd love that. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
currently shooting skits at the moment just by myself.
Yeah, I meant like short
It's-
film skits, like like a
Oh.
Key and Peele type of thing.
Yes,
If you're
yeah.
into that.
I've got so many of those. I mean, that's basically what I find really difficult about Instagram is that like I write those. So most people I see on these reels, the things that they do look really easy because it's character A talking to character B and then they're done.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, out of all of this, I should really stop ignoring it because all the stuff that I've done, character A and character B, is always the most liked, well received stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the skits that I'm doing about like I go to the gym and I'm working really hard and somebody says, "Oh, I wonder what music he's listening to." And you can see me doing press ups and then it cuts to me and I'm listening to Be a Man by Mulan or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and I'm like fucking going ham on like the running machine or something like that. Like that's more of a Key and Peele sort of like stupid skit sort of thing. So I think I definitely enjoy that more. I love the stupidity more than the like simplicity, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My actual background prior to this, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you, was doing short films. I used to direct short films.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
I used to direct and do cinematography for short films. It
Whoa.
was yeah. So I know how to do like all the camera, audio.
Dude.
Like that was the filmmaking that I had, and then I was
Yeah.
freelancing, and then now I just do it for myself.
Amazing.
But I'd be down to do some skits.
We should
I think it'd be
100%
funny.
do the skits.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny. You know, a
Yeah.
little bit.
I love writing them. I've got so many ideas.
Oh, I
already.
love shooting and directing. So if you want to write, be
Yeah.
my guest, bro.
Oh, great.
That was
I
like
think-
my worst fucking
No,
skill
we
I
could
had.
definitely write them together. You're funny. We could definitely come up with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing. I would love to do that.
yeah, that'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah,
we
that'd
could
be
do
really
that in the
fun.
winter.
And then
Have, like, a
TikTok,
shoot
Instagram,
day.
like we're quite lucky to live in a era where like these skits or like, you know, Key and Peele back in like the 90s would have been like there would be no point you and I going to a park and filming skits. Like first of all, how would we have done that?
Yeah.
And then like it wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway because there was no platform. You just would have shown your friends and family. But now we live in an era where you got TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
You know, a lot of people use these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, as like the stepping stone to
Yeah.
Hollywood. But I think this is the new Hollywood
I think it
Like,
is.
yeah.
I think we're gonna see a new generation within the next 10 years and
of the content creator
Podcasts and-
economy.
yes,
Yeah.
I think there'll be people like David Letterman or Jimmy Kimmel, and they'll be saying like, "So how did you become famous?" And instead of being like, "Oh, I auditioned for such and such, and luckily I got the Hunger Games, and then like I just decided to be like fucking famous from then on." I think there'll be a lot more people being like, "I was filming skits. People told me I was funny. I ended up getting my first 100,000 followers, and then
Yeah.
like that's how the new people will become. Especially like I think the generation before us care way more as like their celebrity culture as content creators than they do about like Marvel's superheroes necessarily.
Yeah. You know, another thing that I was thinking about was like people chasing clout just for the sake of chasing clout.
Just to literally be famous.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's not what I want to do at all. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Even if we make like not a lot of money, not a lot of views, as long as we're making content we like,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. Because
100%.
there's this girl I know. I met her at VidCon a couple
Okay.
years back. I don't want to say her name, but
Okay.
anyways, her content is like very fake,
Mm-hmm.
like pranks with her mom.
Oh, as in like
Like,
the mum was in
Mom-
on it the entire
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah.
Oh,
And it's
I
just
hate
so
that
cringe.
shit.
It's just
yeah.
But she's like a hot chick from LA, so she's
Ah.
like, that's where she's like trying to combine them both together. But like
Yes.
the most of the like the photo content is like her being a hot chick, which is cool.
Right.
She's a hot chick. But the second one is like the cringy content because that's what got her a lot. She's like TikTok famous.
Oh, okay.
3.5 million.
Whoa, good for her. Yeah.
But then like the comments on Instagram are like, "This shit's so fake. Like your mom was in on it the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You're like hot MILF was in on it the whole time."
Thank you, internet.
Yeah.
You beast.
But yeah, like as long as we're making content we like, I think that's what matters.
I think that's my thing. Like I do it because I think that it's funny.
yeah.
Like I hope that like someone else out there finds it funny too, and if one other person does, then that's it.
you know,
That's all I need.
one thing that I was thinking about
Ideally way more, but yeah. Sorry.
was when Monica was saying the 2,000 followers thing. Because I don't think I have that. Like, I don't have that much. I know for sure I don't have that much.
No, I have nearly 1,000 followers on Instagram
yeah.
and 100 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's as far as I've ever gone.
On TikTok. So you are doing TikTok.
I am
thought
doing
you told me you
TikToks.
weren't doing TikTok.
Sorry, I have a TikTok. Every single time I fall off the wagon. Like, I'm really one of those guys that, like, I'm pretty good with Instagram. Also, Instagram is like that's my home, that's my baby. I feel so comfortable.
I think TikTok should be your new baby.
I know, everyone keeps telling me that.
No, it is, bro.
It's way more.
If you're looking for organic reach, TikTok. Instagram's not it.
No,
Instagram's probably like to message people,
yeah,
see what's up, but like TikTok is where it's at now.
Which is such a shame because like Instagram is really where I feel more comfortable. But yeah, as well as like the skits that I do, they take quite a while to sort of do. So doing 3 a week, I can absolutely do that. Doing 1 a day, yikes. But I was, I'm not sure if I was saying it on the podcast or I was saying it to you earlier, but there's a lot of people as well who are like stand-ups who just write a joke and then recite a joke into a camera and then just send that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anyone laughing or anything like that, but you can do that too. So I think I'll do that more often and it'll make a little bit more, it'll make it easier. I'll start doing that. Yeah.
But going back to the whole like just creating genuine content.
Yeah.
I remember, so she was mentioning the cloud thing and like people knowing you and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
But the thing that I find most fulfilling was like having the ability to send a message to people like over like now the internet.
Right.
Like there'd be like, because I initially didn't start off as like a comedy podcast. It was more like travel and philosophy.
That's right.
Type
Yeah.
stuff.
What is the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life?
For me, be as happy as possible for as long as possible.
Okay.
That's my meaning of life.
Yeah. How
about you? If you come to an answer yet, how do you feel?
At the end of the day,
huge subject to explore.
At the end of the day, was a time well spent.
Time well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoying the passage of time. I think we've all within the same-ish realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I remember I had this trip in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So I flew over to Edmonton like 2 years ago because they hid like $100,000 in a treasure chest, and I flew over to try and find it.
Amazing.
Did not find it. I was like trying to solve the clues and shit, right?
Okay.
And then I was trying to solve the clues, and then I was like at this park because one of them was like looking at the stars, something like that. So I went to this planetarium. And then I was literally at a park, and then I was like talking to this couple. I was like, "Hey, do you know this is a planetarium?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's under construction." I'm like, "I'm trying to solve this fucking puzzle."
Yeah.
Like, and then the dude was just like, "Yo, my grandfather's actually the mayor of Edmonton." What? I was like, "What are the fucking odds?"
Oh my
so I was
god!
like,
how many people are there in Edmonton?
Yeah.
Like 3? Yeah.
So I was just like, "Yo, do you want to solve this together?" He's like, "Yeah." So then the whole day we spent the rest of the day just biking around town, just solving that shit together.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We didn't find it, but like the whole thing was just like the most corniest fucking shit. Is like the real treasure was the journey.
Oh,
you
found
like,
each other. You found connection.
They sent me a text after. They're just like, Joe, I had a really fun time today, even though we didn't get the chance to find it. And then he's just like, I watched like your content, like you inspire people. And I was like,
that's really nice.
Look,
Yeah.
I think I got the actual message, but like that shit, I used to get like a bunch of messages like that. Not trying to like flex or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like those messages, even though I don't have a lot of clout, that's what makes me feel good, just because
it really does mean a lot. Like,
yeah.
I randomly get messages from my friends and family, and occasionally I get messages from strangers as well to be like, dude, like that last video or whatever. And like, it's not overwhelming. I'm gonna say like it's maybe 3 or 4 people per video, but like it really does mean a lot that somebody took the time to reach out and be like especially for me, it's kind of, it's 2 ways as well, because my friends and family, the people that know me the most, the people that like I love the most, I have the most time for. How are we doing on time? Are we
2 minutes?
2 minutes. Oh my god. All I'll say is just it means a lot if you say something, you take the time out of your day to say that you found something funny. I really appreciate it. It's the reason why I do it. Yeah.
Any closing remarks? Unfortunately, we have to. The podcast is coming
wrap
down
this
because
up.
there's not someone to cut it and restart it. But and we're also on a time crunch because we got to meet another comic. But
that's true.
That's true. Any closing remarks in your last minute, Jamie?
Closing remarks. No, not really. Just more that like I know we talk a lot about stand up here, obviously, being a sort of like stand up central podcast, but for anybody out there who's thinking about doing it, as 2 people who have recently done it, I can tell you it is way less fear, pressure, stress than you think it's going to be. And if you've ever been considering it, please reach out to me. Jamie is not funny. I've had almost no experience in it whatsoever, but I'm very experienced at being a first timer, and I can tell you what it's like being the other side of the fence. It's fine. You'd be okay. Try it. Do it. You're gonna love it. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Looks like we come to the end of the On Average podcast. Episode 21. 20.
I think it is.
Episode 20.
It's barely legal.
Yeah. Thanks for watching the podcast today. I really appreciate it. Stay on average, fools.
Bye.